Welcome back to my channel. It's me, JP, your future vet, and today's video we'll be having the part of our vet tutorials, and we'll be talking about the digestive and the urinary tract or system of the birds, its anatomy and its physiology. In the part 1 of our vet tutorials, we had discussed the respiratory system, and I hope that you learned from it, and I hope that this video also will inspires young ones to be part of the veterinarian community. And I also hope that this will give additional informations and knowledge to the public. And now let's have the anatomy and physiology of the digestive system of the birds. The gastrointestinal tract of avian is unique in comparison to that of mammals. The digestive tract starts from the mouth. In avian, they don't have teeth, instead uses a lightweight beak. This beak is used for eating and drinking, as well as in self-defense and protection from the other animals. Next is the tongue. Used for collecting, moving, and swallowing the food. Salivary glands is less developed in birds, but are present at the roof of the mouth. It secretes mucus that lubricate the food and allows it to move down to the esophagus. The esophagus of chicken. A thin-walled expansive tube that transports food from the mouth to the stomach. The esophagus is then divided into two: the cranial region near the beak and the thoracic region near the crop. Food is moved through the esophagus via the excitement of the myenteric plexus nerve rather than the muscles. Next is the crop. It is the extension of the esophagus. The main function of this is to hold the food and storage until it can be released to the stomach or the proventriculus. Food can be stored in the crop for up to 12 hours until it is transferred by peristaltic action. No actual digestion takes place on this, as there are no digestive chemicals secreted here to begin the process. However, softening and swelling of the feed will occur during the storage time, leading to a condition called sour crop. The proventriculus. This is also known as the true stomach of the birds. It is where actual digestion begins. The glandular tissue, as one of the composed wall of the proventriculus, secretes digestive enzymes and acids as well as hormones such as hydrochloric acid, pepsin, and gastrin, which begins the process of digestion. Next is the gizzard, also called ventriculus. It is the muscular gizzard where the grinding of the food takes place. Once the food is ground, it passes to the small intestine. The small intestine. Avian small intestine is divided into 3 sections: the duodenum or duodenal loop, where the pancreas line at the center, the ileum, and the jejunum. As the food leaves the gizzard and enters the duodenum, hormones are released which signal the pancreas to release digestive hormones and bicarbonates. This dilutes the hydrochloric acid from the stomach. Enzymes trypsin and chymotrypsin digest proteins. Amylase breaks down carbohydrates. Lipase breaks down fats. insulin and glucagon maintains blood glucose are also produced in the pancreas. All of this combine with bile from the gallbladder in the common bile duct to continue the process. The now saturated and ground up mixture known as chyme moves to the jejunum and then through the nerve of the forefeet of ileum, where most of the released nutrients is absorbed. The large intestine. It is actually shorter than the small intestine, runs through in a nearly straight line below the vertebra and ends at the cloaca. Sometimes this is referred to as the choline. The last of water absorption occurs in this organ, creating and storing undigested waste materials that is eventually excreted through the cloaca. The ceca. These are two blind pouches located in the small and large intestine joint. It serves as the site of fermentation of any leftover food particles and water absorptions. The cloaca, also known as the vestibule, it is a connection from the large intestine that is responsible for expulsion of feces and urine through the vent. It represents the junction of the digestive and urinary tracts, and in hence, the reproductive tract also joined at the cloaca. Digestive waste mixed up with the urinary waste and passes out from the body to the vent. So that's how the digestive system works. Also, that's all about for the anatomy and functions of the digestive tract. Now let's move on to the urinary tract of avian. Urinary system of birds is composed of kidney, ureters, cloaca, the large intestine, as well as the ceca. The kidney. It is a two multilobular structures located in the rib cage. It produces urine by removing waste products from the blood. The ureters. It transports the liquid kidney filtrate from the kidneys to the cloaca for excretion. Birds do not have urinary bladder, and so urine is not stored but rather excreted when produced. The cloaca. Feces and urine exits out of the bird's body through this region in the abdominal cavity. So how do they process their urine? In birds, the two multilobular kidneys pump blood to remove nitrogenous waste. The kidney produces urine, which possesses uric acid as a form of nitrogenous waste instead of urea in mammals. This uric acid conserves water and may have been especially important in the production of eggs, which do not lose water for urinary waste as they developed on land. The ureters then pass this urine into the cloaca because birds lack a urinary bladder. From the cloaca, urinary waste is passed through reverse peristalsis through the portion of cloaca, the urodium, and then the coprodium. From there, it enters the large intestine through reverse peristalsis into the ceca. Here, uric acid combines with sodium and potassium ions, forming a solid form, thus conserving water. And then, it goes out from the body through the vent or the cloaca mixed with the feces or poop of birds. The large intestine is tied to the urinary system, and the urinary system depends on the gastrointestinal tract, although there are sphincters that prevent urine and feces from being released at the same time. And that concludes our vet tutorials today. I hope you learn a lot and you gain knowledge from this. And please hit the like button, share this, and subscribe to my channel, as well as hit the notification bell so that you can be updated with my next videos. Thank you and keep safe.